Hi, this is Dr. Ramon Coronado. Thank you for joining our pitch. Let me tell you a little bit more about our company and how we got to the point where we are right now. So some of the key points that I would like to let you know is our discovery is a new type of drug, a regenerative non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. And that's how we're filing all our patents to carve this new niche. We provide the therapeutic effect of mesenchymal stem cells in regeneration, but we can do it at less than 1% of the price. This technology was discovered after $9.2 million of non-dilutive investment by a late Texas billionaire. And this technology is very disruptive for many markets, but our de-risking approach is to target joint pain first. Now, we talked briefly about tendinopathy, and I mentioned how horrible it is if you suffer of tendinopathy right now and you go to the doctor. But let me explain a little bit more what I mean. So let's say you have a shoulder pain. One of your options is going to be pain management, and that could be addictive. It doesn't necessarily fix the issue. Another one, lying on the fence, and a gold standard is the use of steroids, corticosteroids. Now, something that you might not know is they're extremely toxic and they kill the tissue around the solution. They're high risk for excessive use. It can only be used one every 6 months and diminishes the effect every time you use it over time. Now, of course, you have the opportunity to go for surgery, which is very invasive and is limited use. And there's no guarantee that it actually is going to fix the issue. So our solution reduces inflammation, and that's pretty much the mechanism in which this drug acts, which reduces the pain and allows your body to regenerate without having to use surgery. So we're trying to avoid getting you to that late stage. It is a potent drug derived from placental tissue that has not known side effects, unlike corticosteroids and other current drugs. So our patent pending formula is scalable to less than $10 per dose, stored in ambient conditions, and also has very benefits that are non-toxic, reduces pain and inflammation, and promotes healing. This is a little representation on the mice you see on the left with our hair, which is having a lot of chronic inflammation that it destroys pretty much all this tissue. And when you use our drug, you don't get to see any of those effects. Now, this drug can be used in many applications, but we decided to use on the pipeline applications for tendinopathy, and then we're going to be pursuing inflammation of the lung and inflammation or eczema of the skin. Now, we have other drugs that we're going to be working for fibrosis of the lung and any other organs.
After this discovery, we went into a deep dive of a market analysis and discovered that out of 26 ongoing FDA trials for tendinopathy, none of them are introducing a new drug. So we decided to look further. We found out that this is a known problem in a large market. If you suffer from tendinopathy, which is essentially joint pain or swollen tendons causing joint pain, inflammation, 70% of the wheelchair population suffers from this type of pain. 65% of all orthopedic patients that visit orthopedic specialists, 50% of sports injuries, and 30% of all doctor's visits that aren't to specialists. So this is a huge patient population representing a $13.8 billion market. The next step was to get an IRB-approved human clinical data to find a proof of concept. So we were fortunate enough to do so here locally in San Antonio. And these are actual results of human data that we've seen doing a double-blind study where patients suffered from elbow tendinopathy, tendinous elbow, in both elbows and received a placebo and our drug. With 80% reduction is statistically significant after a month, and in similar trials, 20% reduction in pain is considered significant by the FDA. We are now seeking to close our seed funding round of $1 to $3 million, and these funds will be directly used to finance starting our FDA phase 1 clinical trials. As you can see, it's a long journey, but we are well equipped to do this. We're forecasting over the next 10 years, we could net over $200 million in revenue by the 10th year. And we have an executive team that can help guide us along the way with expert advisors. If you'd like to learn more, our contact information is here on the screen.
Please feel free to contact us at any time by email or phone. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.